A long fucking day. What do you want? We need to talk about your Facebook group. What about it? Well, looks like half of the posts here are about Slipknot or Michael Myers or Buckethead, and the other half are people complaining about those posts. Yeah, but if you join a group called the House of Masks Hangout, you probably know what the House of Masks is. And since the majority of my content is related to Slipknot or Buckethead or Guar or Ghost or Myers or whatever, I would assume that you would expect a lot of those posts in that group. Well, me personally, I think that you should probably listen to them and get some fucking variety in your collection. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with those people are retarded. You're upsetting people because you're not collecting what they want you to collect. And they don't want to see that kind of stuff in a group about that kind of stuff. Okay, well, I've got a special job for you. Do you want a special job? Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll do a special job for you. What is it? You go handle it. You want me to take care of it? Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Alright, cool. I won't let you down. Good night. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? AJ Good here at the House of Masks, and today's video is going to be a one of two-part Buckethead bust building videos, and by that I mean full-size mannequin, not a bust. I don't know why I said that, it just sounded good at the time. So you may or may not know that I used to have a Halloween 2 Michael Myers full-size mannequin over here in the corner right behind me. I recently sold off the Warlock because I did get a hold of a better Halloween 2 mask, and I felt like my Michael Myers display was good enough as it was, and that mannequin over there wasn't really serving me too much of a purpose. I had the 2018 life size. Now I have this awesome Halloween display that I'm actually recording on top of right now. I'll show that in just a second. And I just felt like there wasn't much use for that. It was never super accurate or anything like that, so I decided why not, since I'm on a Buckethead kick lately, go ahead and put together a full-size Buckethead mannequin modeled after the look that he had when I saw him live in 2016. Always been a fan of that look, and I figured that it was going to be pretty easily obtainable, and it'd be a fun little project, and I would finally have a mannequin that served a purpose over there. So today we are going to be stripping what's left of the H2 Myers and adding what we can of the Buckethead ensemble, and I'm not going to be finishing it. It is going to be a two-piece, and that's because this is going to be the most amount of work, and I am actually waiting on a wig and the correct pair of pants to show up. So while we wait for that, I'm just going to go ahead, strip this down, do one video, and then in the next video we'll be able to add those two little pieces, and I'll be able to give you guys a nice overview of it. So two-part video series, creating a life-size Buckethead. Alright, so here is the Myers display that I was talking about earlier, and I was actually just recording right on top there. There is the Halloween 2018 life-size and a little slappy, and then here is what is left of the H2 life-size Myers that was in the house. Like I said, it just wasn't serving much of a purpose. I haven't been super crazy about it lately, mostly due to the body shape and the fact that I never did go out and get the correct coveralls or anything. So I went ahead and sold the Warlock, and I've been on a Buckethead kick lately anyways and figured why not. So that is what we are going to do. So some of you guys may or may not know that this stands like in this weird area between my living room and my kitchen, and it kind of guards the scooters here. So we're going to pull him out of there and get to stripping him down and start reworking him into a Buckethead. So we have a fully unassembled mannequin here, and I'm going to go grab all the stuff that we have so far and show that off and let you guys know a little bit about it before we throw it onto the mannequin itself, and then we'll stand him back up, and that will be today's video. Alright, so first up we have the mask, and some of you guys might remember this from a few videos back. I actually converted an 83 Caesar recast to look exactly like the mask that I saw Buckethead use back in 2016. This mask was specifically converted to look like the mask that I saw. So first we got the mask, and then next up we have the bucket, and Buckethead actually did use the 90s KFC bucket when I saw him. Not sure why he bounces back and forth between those, but it did appear to be a pretty new bucket, and I actually have an authentic 90s KFC bucket here that I got on eBay a few years ago. So that is taken care of. Next up, my personal favorite part of this is the old Jordan jersey. This is actually the same exact one that Buckethead wore. Obviously, it's not the one that he wore. It's not stage used, but this is the same make and model. Shortly after I saw him with that show, I ordered one myself because I just thought that they were rad. And I actually wore that around for a little bit, but I think it's time for it to go on the full size. Next up, we have the undershirt, and this was actually kind of a pain in the ass to find, but I believe that we have found the exact one that he wore. So I'm pretty stoked about that, and believe it or not, it is a women's shirt, so there's that. And then the last piece that we have today are some old Chucks, and Buckethead just loves his old Chucks. He is always wearing these things, and his were pretty ragged out. So I had a friend of mine bring me some. Mr. Chris Kerr, a local fan slash friend of mine, ended up hooking me up with these, and you can tell that they are used, but they don't stink and they're not disgusting, so that's pretty rad. So shout out to you. Thank you very much, Chris. So now that we have all this out of the way, basically we are waiting on the pants and a wig, and I ordered the wig from Amazon without looking where it was coming from. It's actually coming from China, so I have no fucking idea when it's actually going to be here. So I'm kind of annoyed by that, but hopefully it'll get here sooner than later, and I probably just jinxed myself. And maybe, just maybe, I will get a fresh head and convert that for a video and then end up using that for the display. Because the Herbie that I saw Buckethead use was his newer Herbie. Newer. It's still pretty old and torn up, but it's the fresh head version where he ripped all the hair off, and it's really weird. So we'll see. No promises on that one, but eventually he's going to have one, so I might as well try to fit it in on the second part of this video as well. So now that we have all this stuff laid out and you know what we're working with today, we can go ahead and start resetting this mannequin up and get all this stuff on him. So let's go. Buckethead's fucking ripped. Woo! Alright, well that is that. We have got everything that we have so far on the mannequin, and he is definitely just a pantsless, hairless Buckethead. I know it doesn't look like much now, but those finishing touches are going to be what brings this thing to life, and I am definitely excited. Super weird because this thing has been a Myers in my house since like 2013 or something, and he's had a lot of different masks, but it's always just been a Myers, so it is kind of strange to see something else on this mannequin. But sometimes change is good, so I am definitely excited. I hope that you guys are looking forward to the finished product like I am. And yeah, I guess we'll just check back in when the other stuff gets here and shoot part 2. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we will see you later.